Yo, hey guys, Ken Perriman here, and I am back again with another product, and it is this guy right here in front of me. Let me show it to you. It is, and I've got it all laid out ready to go, but it is the Sunlinko smart LED strips. They work with the Smart Life to a Smart Life. It's Bluetooth, it's Wi-Fi. Yeah, it does a whole lot of functions, and it's pretty easy to connect up. So let me download a Smart Life app to control it. Okay, yeah. So we're going to set the box off to the side because I'm going to show you something real quick that I find pretty darn cool. So this is your 110 connection that's plugged into a power outlet over there. We're going to plug this, actually, let's plug it into this. They say don't run these lights rolled up, but I'm just going to do it for a quick sec. And then we'll probably set these up. Yeah. Probably, let me show you, probably on those shelving units back there. So, let's go ahead and plug this in. And wow, look at that. So in the box, before we get too far into this, let me go ahead and turn these off by pressing the power button. They will turn off and it will lighten up. Let me show you something real quick there. It is that guy right there, hashtag sponsored. It just means that the company has sent me this product so I can show you guys all about it. So let me go ahead and show you what's going on with this. And again, you have these connection pieces here, which is really nice. Yeah, that these are for connecting to the corners of these pieces. So if you have a corner, you have a turn or something like that, you could pop all these in to give it a good direction and keep it mounted. That's one of the problems you have is when you try to turn a corner with one of these guys, they don't do so well in the corners. So sometimes you can cut them and you can wire them together, do all kinds of things with it. But we're going to go back to turning this on. But let me tell you what you get in the bag. Like I said, is you get these little connector pieces here. You get a user manual that'll walk you through how to set this all up. And I think also there's a way to connect to the app through this, which I already have. So let's go ahead and turn this on. And let me get to my app. Oh, to a smart. Let me see. Is it this? Yeah, it is right here. There's your Smart Magic. And that's basically, see, I got the yellow, the red, the purple, the yellow, the red, there's a bit of purple, and then the blue all set here. So I can change these, look at that, to however segmented colors that I have in here that I'd like. I can turn it off, as I said, with this, and turn it on. I can go to a palette, so I can go to Fireworks at Sea, and you'll see that they're just switching and flashing. And I also love how bright they are. There's always those set of LEDs where they just have not the oomph that you're looking for, right? So let me go ahead and pull some of these off. And you'll see here, right, how they look. Let's go ahead and turn these off so you can see the LEDs themselves. This strip looks really good. Really clear. You can see all the multiple segmented LEDs that are in there. Each little individual LED. They're not like a combination trying to make colors. They're all individuals in there. Now granted, a mix of a couple of colors will get you the other sets of colors, but your core colors are in there. And of course they have the sections where you can cut them and then do your connecting. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So you can connect it to turn it to a 45 degree, or 90 degree if you need to. These are, and then you can use these guys, as I stated before, that also have kind of a hard mount, meaning you can screw them in if you want to. But they have this foam section that you can screw through the foam section, and this piece will latch onto here. So what you can do is do something like this, right? And it'll hold on to that, and then you can screw that in, and that's not going to go anywhere, because I tell you this, I've had these other sets of LED strips, and I bet you this adhesive in the back, this blue strip, will peel off, and it's probably a really good adhesive, but unless you have the perfect surface and you never move it again, it's going to be fine up until a certain point to when it might want to let go. These guys help prevent them from letting go. So you can actually just screw these right in and lock it down either with just a foam pad or a screw to keep it from moving or going anywhere you don't want it to. And then again, like I said, if you're trying to do something like you want to do it like a 90, you could do something like this if you want to, or, you know, through a larger turn, maybe something to that effect, where you have less LEDs employed, where you can do that 90 turn. So, and then even more so, the better way would be you cut this here and then splice them together with a set of small wires and solder it in so that you could do a clean 90 if you want to. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and pop these into the shelf over here and set these up, and you guys will see how they look. Let's go do that. All right, guys, so here we are. We're back at it. You can see, I gotta figure out which hand I use. Yep, right there. There they are, right there. Now, it's still a little bit light out. Those are gonna glow like crazy. Right above my head, there was a pole that I used to have sitting right in here that lit up that back section of wall. I'm gonna find a new home for that because these LEDs are super bright. Let me do some editing. So here we are with the segment. Oh yeah, so let's just go with this color. And it's just solid, right? You can see all the individual LEDs. They were pretty darn bright. I was going to put it on the back, but I just like how it's just going to glide on the wall. I'm fine with the individual LEDs popping out. But then again, it also allows you to switch colors, as you can see back there. A myriad of colors. And you know what? Let me show you something. We can do this while we are looking in the background in my small picture here. So if you look at the, let me point to that, see that picture up there of me? You can see over my shoulder right there are the LEDs, and you can see how we have these set up. Let's go to the pink, and you'll see, yeah, behind me turns pink. That section should be a bit purple. So this again is this smart LED section if you want to use the app. You have the light, you have a palette of sceneries. Let's see, fireworks at sea, and they'll just flicker right behind me. Hut in the snow, don't know, that's like a whitish and blue transition. Firefly night, again, you guys get the point. You can select a multitude of colors. We've got life, so you can just scroll up and down and it will continue to slide over as you get the festival, right? And then what do you got? Mood, dreamland, let me see, summer wind, summer breeze, wait, sorry. You have music, you see it playing behind me. Let's see, is there any? I mean, so it's playing with some sensitivity. I don't know what rock it's playing. The light follows the rhythm of the music collected by the microphone device. Okay, so it is, yeah, it's constantly on while I'm talking, and then it will turn off. Yeah, so it's, okay, so it's, I guess, what's up with jazz? Jazz is, yeah, I mean, I guess it's a different style. Let me see, scroll. What is the scrolling? Oh, that's kind of cool. I need to, let's look at the bigger version, yeah, right? Oh, so it's just going to keep shooting through like lasers as it's, yeah, all right, that's pretty cool. All right, and then there is, what is there's a plan. There's a countdown? Okay, let's see, 3 seconds, save, and, okay, countdown, hold on. Let's do 5 seconds, let's see what happens. Okay, okay. That was interesting. We can do a countdown. Strip length is actual 5 meters. Confirm. Good. Okay. Yeah. Tell you what we'll do. We'll go ahead and just record the screen so you guys can see that full action behind me. Let's go ahead and do screen recorder, and let's go. Skip the countdown. Let's just go right to it. So, again, we're going to go back to this color. Let's set the color. Boom. There it is. You can see behind me just lit up in this variant of going from pink to reds. There are reds to reds. This would be more apt to me if I was doing Georgia Bulldogs. Yeah, Georgia Bulldogs, red and black. So it'd be mostly some red colors. Color card. So you can just pick a straight color. Yeah, you can just go with a color. and use that. There's 100%. Let's go to 21%. Yeah, I actually like the idea of dialing it down a little bit because we don't need it shooting through too much power, right? And then I can actually scooch that blue light over a little bit. Let's do that. Well, I'm not a crazy, I am crazy, but if I'm not crazy fanatical, like in the colors, you can go blue, right? Match the blues. I'm a fan of blue a bit, but I am a Georgia Bulldogs fan, so red will work. Do we need to overpower it? Oh, you let it go. Okay. That is pretty much set up, guys. That is done. So, got myself a set of lights behind me, adding to my blues. Well, this guy also can switch to any color I want to, but yeah, between those two, I've got a little extra pop of color that's behind me that's going to light up and looks really good, and I think this is going to be pretty nice. These are staying there, so I've just got to. These are stuck to the side, so I'm going to use those little tabs to lock them into place now that I like where they're at, and we'll just go from there. So, yo guys, I hope this was helpful for you. I do appreciate your time, and I'm out.